Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and this is our next Saturday with Stacy YouTube class number 463. I'm going to tell you up front, there's going to be a lot of talking in this YouTube. There's a lot of things I need to tell you, I need to share with you, I need to explain to you, and then we'll teach. I'll do my class and you'll learn and hopefully you'll feel creative and inspired and love the products because it's a global release. I have not just a US release, no. I have a whole wide world global release for you. But before I can ever get there, I have to talk. I'm thinking to myself, how do I get away with, how do I talk less? And I couldn't figure it out. I'm going to be 54 years old and I have not figured out how to talk less. So I'm assuming I'm not going to figure it out anytime soon. If I haven't done it by now, probably ain't going to happen. So I have winner chicken dinner to tell you about. I want to remind you that the Stamp It Up with Stampendous flash sale is going on now, right now. So if you want buy one, get 9 for free, if you want $159.99 worth of product for $15.99, there are 10 stamp sets in here. Now is the time. They have 2 separate bundles. The bundles do not overlap. You would not be getting 2 of anything. If you really like Stampendous, this is the time to take advantage of a flash sale. $15.99, not $159.99. And then we have the embossing powder, which is about $45 for $9.99. And it's all detailed embossing powder. So I wanted to let you know, if you have questions or you want to go look at the product or watch a short video, just go to scrapbookingmadesimple.com, look under the categories for Stamp It Up with Stampendous, click into that, there'll be a video, you can see everything that's going to be in those bundles and the pricing and why it is the way it is and will be for the next few months. So I wanted to let you know about that. I want to talk to you about winner chicken dinner. I know I'm just kind of hurrying along, right? But it's because I've got so much to tell you. Oh my gosh. So winner chicken dinner. Every week we select 2 winners, and these 2 people posted a comment below. If you are joining us during our live chats, which are every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, or 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom. If we are live chatting over here and you see a whole bunch of live chat going on, that's not where you put your comment. It has to be below. You will not see your comment immediately. SMS guy James approves all the comments. He reads all of them and he approves them, or not sometimes. And then once he determines that your comment is good to go, you go into the running to be a winner chicken dinner. What can you comment about? Anything that's nice. Just be nice. That doesn't have to be about me, doesn't have to be about scrapbooking or card making or the product. It can be about anything. Just be nice. And if you're nice, well, these 2 lucky ladies have won a $25 gift card, and it's already been put in their online account. We do $25 every week for 2 people, and my gosh, who doesn't like free? Free money is good. Right? I mean, come on. So these 2 ladies have posted their comment. James approved it. We had our random software select you, and I bet you want to know if you're a winner chicken dinner. And look at this. I can pronounce both names. It's almost like the sky has opened up and there's a rainbow and a unicorn. And so our first winner, who posted last week and she put her comment below and we approved it, is Betty Withrow. Hello, Betty Withrow. How are you today? You are this week's winner chicken dinner. Congratulations. You have a $25 gift card in your online account right now. Oh my gosh. You could get that Stampendous. You could get the bundle for $15.99, one of the bundles for $15.99, and the embossing powder for $9.99. Well, you'd have to pay shipping though, because that's under $50. But my gosh, you could take that $25 and make it worth your while. You could get both Stampendous bundles and the embossing powder and put that $25 towards it and get over $300 worth of product for like nothing. Because that's what it comes to. Over $300 worth of product. It's crazy. So Betty, you're our first winner chicken dinner, but you're not alone. Jennifer Olson, you are also a winner chicken dinner. Wahoo kachoo for you, Jennifer Olson. Blooper time. But I don't do bloopers because I don't edit. So what you see is what you get. Now, Jennifer, with your $25 credit, well, you might just want to pick up one of the things that I'm going to show you today from Sizzix. It's not a worldwide launch. It's not a global launch. It's product that they've already had in their assortment. It's a tool, but I'm going to take that tool and we're going to use it totally different. When I did what I did and I did it in front of them, there were audible gasps. It was great. Taking a manufacturer's product and changing it up and having them go just makes my whole day. So, Jennifer Olson and Betty Withrow, if that is you, congratulations. Check your account, look for your $25. If for some reason there's not $25 there, then it wasn't, then there might be a couple Jennifer Olsons out there. But I know that the money's in the account because I've got a little check right there. So let's do winner chicken dinner dance for you. Are you ready? You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, kachoo for you. Congratulations to the both of you. I hope you enjoy your winnings. I hope you buy something fabulous and make something beautiful with it and then share it with everybody else. That's a pay it forward that keeps paying it forward, and that's what we like here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. Now, where to begin? So let's just start at the beginning. I saw this product that I'm bringing to you quite some time ago, eons ago. And Sizzix had come. This was before Oh So Clever Karina, and ta-da, it's Taylor took over my account. This was when Sizzix Sarah and I think Victorious Victor had my account, and I might have even seen a peek of them when Mr. Big Shot David had my account. So I've been through, you know. But I've seen it. I saw this product quite some time ago, and they finally got it developed and they're bringing it out, and I said, ooh, we really like to carry that product. And they said, well, we think you can, but we're not sure. Somebody may already have a global launch on it. Like, what do you mean somebody else? Truly, I probably look at them like, there's others? No, we're the only scrapbooking store around. No. And they said, yeah, we're going to have to look and see and read the fine print of the contract we signed with them because they may already have the product. So I waited. I put my little lip out. I was a little sad. And my mom always said, you better stick that lip back in or a bird's going to poopy on it. So my little lip had to come back in. And I waited and I waited and I waited, and they finally got back to me and they said, no, this other company did not pick up this product. They picked up the tool that goes with this product. I'm like, why would they pick up the tool but not the stuff you use it with? Not for me to know, but ooh, yay. So I was able to bring this product in. But then I'm like, well, how are we going to use this without the tool? We're going to have to think creatively. I mean, yes, we could tape it down, but how are we going to use this without the tool? So then, ta-da, it's Taylor said, do you have any interest in those craft mats we do? They're silicone. And I'm like, silicone? I don't like a silicone craft mat. Everything sticks to it. You get a hair on it and you're trying to get it off, it's hard to wipe stuff off. I like silicone on the back side of a mat because that's what mine has, and it keeps the mat from going all over the place. But silicone on top, not my favorite. I said, no, I'm probably not interested in that mat. Haven't been interested in that mat since you brought it out. And in fact, here it is. There's the mat. It's a white silicone mat. So no, I'm probably not interested in it. And then I started to think. And then I started to ask questions. Very peppered in questions. They'd be showing me something and then I'd say, so that silicone mat, is it self-healing? Yeah, it's self-healing, huh? And then we'd talk about something else. You know, they'd be showing me other product and I'd totally move on. And then I would just, I'd throw out a question. I'd pepper in a question. Could you repackage it? Well, yeah, I suppose we could repackage it, they said. Okay, and then they showed me something else and, how many have in stock? So, you know, there was nothing concrete for them to think, she's obviously interested in that silicone mat, because I would just throw out a question every now and then. And then I thought, so if they don't have a global launch or a US launch on the product, but just the tool, and I want to bring in this other tool, can I do that? And they said, yeah, sure you can. So I thought, okay, I need to play with this for a little bit. I have an idea. And they said, well, what's your idea? I said, nope, not until I'm sure if it's going to work. So thank you for coming in to see me at Scrapbooking Made Simple. Bye. And when our appointment was done, they went back and they had no idea what I was planning until they came back out. So the product that I have for you today, the worldwide launch, is ready and they brought me samples of it. I actually get to see the packaging, and I kept that silicone mat that they left with me, and in between I had been playing with it. And so I said, okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm ready. I think we can do this. And they said, okay. And I said, and I need the silicone mats. And they said, really? I said, yes, we're going to use them with this new product that you've just developed. I said, but it's not meant for that. And I said, I know. So I took it out and I showed them what I'm going to do with it. And they went, oh. And then they went, oh. That's like the best moment in my life. I mean, that just makes my day when they're like, oh, huh. A little nod. So I'm going to get to it, and I'm going to bring you product that is beautiful. We have made it value priced. It's globally launched here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. But then we're going to bring you a product that they've had on the market that I went, no. But I'm going to repurpose it, not for what they thought you should use it for, but what I think you could use it for. So I'm going to tilt on down. I might tilt back up because I like to talk to you. If I'm talking and I'm not doing anything, you know, creative or teaching, I feel weird. So I like to just bring the camera back out, because really we're friends. I talk to you, I see you, you see me, you're having your coffee or you're crafting right now, and we're just buddying out. But I think it's disrespectful to not look at you. I know that's crazy, but I do. I think it's totally disrespectful to carry on a conversation without actually looking at you. So I'm going to tilt down. We're going to get started for today. I have got new stencils, a global launch on new layering stencils from Sizzix. I've got some beautiful stamps from them, and I've got their silicone mat that we're going to take in a totally different direction. You ready? I'm going to tilt down. I'm going to show you some samples. Who knew? Options. All right, down I go. Bye. Now I know half of you have clicked off, and I'm okay with that. This is me, and you are you, and several of you totally get me, and several of you don't, but that's okay. That's why we're all different. Look at this sample. So first off, last week I worked with Oh So Clever Karina on getting the deal that I was able to get for you on the opulent paper. Who knew Oh So Clever Karina was also Oh So Crafty Karina? So she's not local. She lives back east. And what shows up? She made samples for us. Oh my gosh. So these two are Karina samples, and she works for Ellison, And we call her oh so clever, Karina, because the girl is just so stinking smart and she's so fast and she's so clever on how she's able to put bundles together and work it out so that we can bring you the latest and greatest. But it turns out she's highly crafty too. And then SMS girl Claire did this one. So we're going to use their stencils, and we have we have extra large. Well, we have large, we have medium, and we have small. All three done with stencils that are exactly the same size. But if you like petite dainty cards, or if you like full 5x7 or bigger cards, well, we're going to have you covered today for sure. Now, I think the first place to start is with one of the tools. So I'm going to tell you about this tool first. And this is the tool that I am not selling. You're like, wait, what? This is a tool that I am not selling. So this is the tool that they brought me to go with the layering stencils that I have for you today. And it's a pretty cool tool. I'm not going to deny it. It's kind of big. It's a little heavy. For us, it's absolutely impossible to ship it. Impossible. It's kind of like a stamp positioner, only you layer your stencils in here. It's got a cute, these little dots. All of the Sizzix stencils have these holes punched out in them. And it's got sticky grid where you would layer your paper. So you need the sticky grid to put your paper down. Otherwise your paper's gonna go all over the place. But you can layer your stencils on these two little holes. And you take off layer 1 and then put down layer 2, and that way you're perfect alignment every time. Except for you need the sticky grid. It comes with it, but you'll need to get more for your paper because eventually it won't stick anymore. So a really cute tool. And then they have this little attachment thing here that lets you kind of move your stencil down if you wanted to place it, you wanted your paper lower, or if you needed a lower placement, you're able to move it down. So we don't have this tool for you because this is the tool that is exclusive to somebody else. What did I do with that? Well, I already lost it. This is a tool that's exclusive to scrapbook.com. So scrapbook.com is the largest scrapbooking online store, like anywhere, I think. So let's be clear, scrapbook.com and Scrapbooking Made Simple are completely different. Scrapbook.com could squish me like a little bug. I mean, if they really wanted to make life difficult, they could, but they're a great company. They're a nice company. And they wanted this to be exclusive to them. Great. I can't ship it anyway. God bless them for being able to ship this and 12x12 paper. So I was shocked. Now this retails for around maybe $60, a little over $60. Scrapbook.com has it right now for $54. So if you love this, go get it at scrapbook.com for $54. And whatever 12x12 paper makes your heart happy, because we don't ship 12x12 paper either. But I just could not understand why they would take the tool, but not take all of the beautiful layering stencils that Sizzix has come out with. I couldn't get it. The stencils are amazing. I mean, amazing. And I just could not understand it. So, all right, they didn't do it. So I get to take the stencils and do a global launch on them. For that, I'm thrilled with. Thank you very much. Maybe, they were sharing, and happy day for me. So, can't sell you this. But the stencils from Sizzix have those holes in them at the top. Now, you could you get 4 stencils per set. Every set comes with 4 stencils. And the stencils are, I measured between, because I wanted to know the width between the holes. I had thoughts. 4 stencils. The stencils are marked. They've got the Sizzix logo at the top. Let me see if I can show you. They've got the Sizzix logo at the top. They've got the skew. And they even have numbered them for you. Like, yay, right? So Sizzix, you can see the skew. Maybe you can see the number 1 way over here. And then number 2, the Sizzix and the skew. And maybe you can see the number 2 right here. So you know what order to layer your stencils in. Okay, that was, I applaud them for that. I haven't gotten that far. At least we now mark which way you go up on mine. And then this would be stencil number 4. So every set comes with four layers to them, but they all have those little holes right here. Now you absolutely could take your paper. Oh, I don't want to mess up. You absolutely could take your paper and go ahead and tape them right down into place and stencil away. That's what we do with my stencils, and they've given you enough room to be able to tape down without it being too close to the image. They've absolutely given you plenty of room to do that. And that's easily done. If you want to take some washi tape and tape them on down, perfectly fine. Let me wipe my finger off before I have black all over everything. Okay, but that tool that scrapbook.com has makes it super simple to just plop them on the little platform. It has those two little knobbies that come up, and you can just stick them right down one after another. And I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to achieve that? I just can't figure it out. How am I going to do this? I've got to figure this out, right? Well, I did, sort of. That's where this comes into place. This is their silicone mat, and it comes boxed, except for we can't ship it boxed because it won't fit our packaging. So the first thing I asked them to do was to polybag it. Could they take it out of the box, since you don't really need the box, and polybag it, because then I'm able to ship it to you? And they said, sure we can. Let me open one up. It is silicone. Okay, come on. Oh, it's got the little tabby on the top, that's why. There we go. You're gonna get everything in it as if you bought it in the box. It's got the little instruction sheet. It's got the little belly wrap right here, belly band to keep it closed when you roll it back up. Only difference is it's in a poly bag, because I can ship it, because obviously it'll go flat. It's silicone. Hello. Now, I was never a big fan of silicone mats because, again, they hold on to everything that you may not want it to hold on to. My mat here is a silicone mat on the back side. There's silicone here, and that keeps it from moving. But then it's a non-stick mat on the top that is heat resistant to like 500 degrees. But everything slides on the top of it. Hello. You want to play, hockey with my Hero Arts cubes? Everything slides on the top of it because it's a non-stick. A silicone mat's a little different. Put it this way. No, let's put it this way. Silicone mat's a little different. See there. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So it's non-slip because of the silicone. That's gripping something. But instead of it being non-stick at the top, nothing will stick to it, but nothing really comes off of it very easy either. If you get glitter on it or embossing powder on it, you're gonna feel it. It takes a little time for you to get it off. You're gonna, sometimes when you try wiping it off, you just kind of roll it to the end, which makes it not my most favorite mat until now. And I really am using it for a very specific purpose. The mat retails for, I don't know, $34 or $35, and we're gonna have it at a value price for you because I think that this will give you an alternative to getting the one at scrapbook.com. Now, if you have the availability to afford the $54, by all means, you try it out, see if you like it. They also have it with the extender, something from Tim Holtz. if you've got that available to you and you want to buy the actual tool to use, then please shop scrapbook.com. I understand that they're a lovely company and I'd really like to stay on their good side. Because like I said, bug. I'm sending you to them. But if $54 is an issue for you and yet you want to play with these stencils and you want to use them in a way that is a little different, then you want to get them down and you don't want to tape them down. Now the nice thing about the mat is that you do have these little wells over here for paint, and this one's a little different than the one I had earlier. You've got these little wells over here for paint and a paintbrush, and nothing sticks to it. Yes, you could take your hot glue gun and be done, but they will stain, I will tell you, and I'll show you that. How I'm going to use them today is with the stencils. And I want to be able to utilize the fact that those stencils have those little holes. So just go with me on this, okay? I'm going to take and I'm going to decide where I want my stencils to be on my mat. Am I happy there? Got it right there. I don't know if that works for me. You can make it a little lower, a little higher. Maybe you've got stencils that have got all the little holes down the side. Line up where you want it. Do you want it higher up? Do you want it lower down? I mean, you're going to be able to move it regardless if you want to, because this is a self-healing mat. So I've got it pretty much lined up where I think I'm going to be happy. I'm going to take my tweezers and I'm going to poke a hole. I know, right into my mat. I know. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to poke another hole right into my mat. You're like, why would you poke a hole in your mat? Well, one, because it's self-healing. See? Look, Ma, no hole. If I were to poke a hole in my craft mat, there'd be a hole there. Mine is not self-healing, but a silicone mat is. So now what am I going to do? Well, wait for it. Don't think I'm crazy. I just had to find a way to make it work so that, okay, now it's self-healing, so that I could do what I wanted to do with it. Remember brads? Zoop. And let's find the other hole. They really are self-healing. Okay, I know you're here somewhere. Is it over? Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, I just should probably lined it back up and it would have told me. And zoop. All right. I've got my two brads in there. Now, I can take and layer my stencils and they're not going to move. It ain't going to move. No moving. When I'm done with that one, I pull it up. I take it off. I put my next one down. Open up my brad. And again, nothing's gonna move. And I do that 4 times. And I have created a way to use the holes that come inside the stencils. And there's other manufacturers that put holes in their stencils so that you can add it to a similar type of tool. And then when I'm all done, I can either leave my brads there or I can pop them out. And again, my mat is self-healing. There's no hole. It's a silicone mat. That's what it does. That's what it's good for. Not only that, but my paper on my craft mat it slips and slides. Paper on a silicone mat does not slip and slide. Everybody's been talking about having something to hold your little inks in place. Well, hello, silicone mat will hold your inks in place. You could put all your inks in the little wells over here and just line the 6 colors up that you're using, or however you want to do it. And when you go, it grips them. It won't grip it on mine. That's a no can do. Grips it on the silicone. I know that they use this more like a palette and for mixed media. I get that, but I needed a way, now I have to find my holes again. I needed a way to bring you a tool that was affordable, easy to use, and, okay, where's the stencil? It's just, that'll give me a better idea where my hole is. So somewhere in this vicinity. Oh, there we go. And push it on through. And once I've created my hole, I don't have to make another one. You just use the same one again and again and again. And now I'm good to go. I know it's a little crazy. I get that. I know it's a little unconventional. I'm not a big, hack kind of gal. But if I can take something that we're able to bring to you at a super great price, that has multifunction, that has been repackaged so I can ship it to you, and we're giving you 4 brads. You get the brads. It's a win-win-win-win-win. It lets me use these stencils the way they wanted them to be used without having to wait for the scrapbook.com launch to end, or have an item that is a $60 item that maybe we can do another way. Again, if you want the actual tool that they meant to use for these stencils, visit scrapbook.com, buy it from them, enjoy it from them. They don't have the stencils. I don't understand why, but you know what? I don't know them. I just want to stay on their good side. Big company, meet little tiny company. So that's that is what the unconventional thing that we're gonna do today is we're taking their craft mat, and when they saw me put holes in their craft mat and then slip brads through, at first, ta-da, it's Taylor and oh so clever Karina were like, and then you saw the light bulb go off, and then you saw them go, ah. And then you heard, then they knew why manufacturers love to come see me, because I look at their product totally different than the way it's supposed to be looked at, or the way they think it should be looked at. It can be, things can be more than what they appear, right? I mean, people are so much more than what they appear all the time. People surprise me all the time. So I'm gonna tilt on down. We're gonna get started for today. I have the craft mats. I have all of them on reserve. They're all for us. They're gonna come packaged, not in the box, but in the poly bag so I can ship it. You're gonna get the little brads, 4 of them, so that if you lose one, that's okay, you'll have 4. And like I said, if you've got stencils that have the holes down the side, put holes down the side of your mat, and now you can do it that way too. It's a self-healing mat. Love it for this. For everyday use, everything sticks to it. But for this, it's a wahoo kachoo. All right, I'm gonna tilt down. We're gonna get started for today. Are you ready? It was a long time to get here, I know, but I didn't know how else to tell you. I had to tell you, and I don't want you to not get the tool at scrapbook.com if that's the one you really, really want. It's important that we support all the retailers out there, whether they be bigger than us or smaller than us. It's important. They all need to stay in business. So I've got my craft mat. I've got my brads. I've got my piece of paper. I'm just gonna line my piece of paper right up to my brads. I'm gonna put it right up to my brads. Let's see if I can go down a little bit further. So I've just butted my paper right up to my brads. Now you can tape your paper down, it's up to you, but again, you're on silicone. Look at that, no can move. And I'm gonna look at my stencils. This is Sizzix stencil number 2. This is Sizzix stencil number 1. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this one, and I'm just gonna put it right in. We're gonna start super, super easy, and then we'll get progressively harder. And look at that. In the, come on, there we go, bam. Oh, and I got it out of that, there we go. In the hole, bam. So my paper is butted all the way up to my brads is. I wonder if I can, yeah, all the way up to my brads. Here are my brads. Can you see that? I feel like I'm gonna have to move my camera a couple times, but that's okay. Then I'm gonna open them up so it all stays in place. Open them up so it all stays in place. Now you can go get brads at Staples. I think they sell a 50 pack for like $3.99. Whatever makes your heart happy. I know I'm working on my number 1 because it says so right up there. I can see it. And now I'm gonna take and color it. So I'm gonna use my Aussie Andrew. My blending tools. Yeah, is that in the right position? I'm just gonna have to go for it. I'm not sure if I'm good or if I'm not. This is a little, I can't see, but here I am. Maybe if I scooch just a little bit over, maybe. That more center? Because I'm not on my craft mat, I'm on theirs. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna ink this, and we'll just keep it super, super simple. How about we do maybe some grays and some browns. So how about I grab my gray. Oh, and if I want to change my paper, let's move my paper all the way to the side maybe, so that then I have a palette off here that I can tap my color right onto my, now I'm not tapping it onto my craft mat. My silicone craft mat's here. My paper's here. So I'm tapping it onto my paper because it is possible, at least with some colors. Let's see. So it's down, wipes off pretty good. Let's come back and see if that wipes off good later. I've put some here and that's on the craft mat. My paper stops right there. So let's just add some color to this. Pretty easy peasy. Go a little light. I can always add more color, but it's a lot harder to take color away. And I'm just working on white paper. So there's some gray in there. And let's grab maybe some soft brown. This looks like it's got some orange into it, but okay, we'll live with that. And I'm just letting some color get on there. It really is about how much do you want, how dark, how subtle, what are you looking for it to do? All right, so there's layer number 1. Not a difficult layer. Put on my lid, and now let's change to layer number 2. So what is layer number 2? Layer number 2. I don't know if I can get a reflection off of it, but right there, Sizzix, the skew, and layer number 2. So I'm just gonna pull this guy up. And put it down. My next one. Now my paper's staying in the same place because it's on silicone. If you wanted to tape your paper down, you absolutely could. Up to you. Close it up. Shoop. Zoop. And then what color do we want that to be? Maybe a soft blue. And let's get my blue. And I'm going to put a little blue there just so we can see how it wipes up. And how easy is this? And like I said, if you would prefer to just tape it down, you can tape it down, sure. They give you plenty of room around the sides to tape these stencils down. But it's kind of cool to have a craft mat that will do it. And gosh, if you're doing like shrink-eat inks or embossing powders or anything that could, you know, stick, the craft mat's gonna, you know, it's a non-stick. Everything holds to it. You'll have to wipe it up. But your paper also, look at that. Oh, I can't see, you can't see that. Oh, see, this is gonna be a little tricky for me today. Little tricky. Let's go back up. Okay, so here's my paper. Stencil ends right there. Here's my paper. It's not moving. It's not taped down. And my paper's not moving. That's yay. Okay. I can lift it up. I can look. If I don't like it, I can take it back down. Add some more color where I want to add some more color. Lift it up. Am I happy? I think that looks pretty good. All right. Oh, I didn't need to do that. I just need to pull that off and put my next one down. Well, let's put my brad back in. Okay. Push it back on through my hole. And put my next layer down, which is going to be, I think, let's see, this one, layer number 3. See if I can get an angle on it. Sizzix layer number 3. Keep my paper all the way at the top. Put it in. Put it in. Push my paper all the way to the top so it's against both brads. Cinch my brads down. And maybe this one we do kind of in a rusty color. How about rust? I'm going to put a little rust here. Just so we can see, I'm going to wipe those off in a bit. Maybe we should have done this more gray. And the word's in rust. Well, too late now. It's only paper. It's going to be what it's going to be. I like it a little darker in some areas, a little lighter in other areas, just so it's got some definition. And I can lift it up. See what I've got. Am I happy with it? I think I'm okay. And then the last thing I'm going to do is put down my layer number 4. My layer number 4. Open up my brads. And this time I'll use a dark gray. Or do I want to do a super dark blue? Let's see if I can get the blue really dark and see what that comes out to be. Worst case scenario, I can go over the top of it with the black. I want to get this super dark there on my mat. See, it doesn't move. Look it. Everybody's been talking about how to keep their inks in one place. Well, gosh, now you've got it. And I'm just going to go over the whole thing and get it really dark blue. So pretty. SMS Girl Claire loves this stencil. When this class is done, I think this one has her name on it. Now, does it matter if I go out? No, of course not. We're going to cut that off. So if you go over, oh no, it's okay. No worries. Easy peasy. You think that's dark enough? Okay, let's see what we got. Bam. So could you tape it down? Absolutely. Is it a little bit easier with the having a positioner, even if it's a handmade, unconventional positioner? Absolutely. And if you're up for it, look how pretty that is. Great layering stencils. If you're up for it, I'm going to show you. Let's see if I can wipe this off and see what happens. Okay, well, 2 of them came off pretty good. One of them left just a little bit of a stain. The blue left a little pink behind. I don't know if my camera can pick it up, but a little pink was left behind. And I'm going to assume that if we go down with pink, a little more pink will be left behind. Now, I put my holes through I made 1 hole in my mat. If you're okay with it, you can make 2 holes in your mat per brad. And that way you stick 1 tine in 1 hole and another tine in the other hole, assuming I can find where I put it. Hello there. When I say self-healing, I mean self-healing. So let's get that one in there, yay. And then let's get this one in here, yay. So now I've got some space between. Can you see there's a little bit of space between them? They're not going through the exact same hole. What that lets me do is have even more control over the stencil, because now when I put the stencil down, it's taking up the entire hole. So there's no wiggle room at all. Here I've got 1 hole, and when I put it down, you know, it's got a little wiggle room. But if I were to put 2 holes through it, 0 wiggle room. So let's add another hole here. Up to you if you're okay with putting more than 1 hole in your mat. I'm fine with it because it's self-healing. So let's put so now I've got each little tine of my brads going through 2 different holes, which means that I'm going to be able to put these on and it's going to keep them in place even better. Because now it's taking up that entire space. There's no wiggle room at all. Nothing. 0. Up to you. I like it with the 2 holes. So each little piece of my fastener goes into its own little hole through the back. And then when I'm all done, I can take them out. And I'm self-healed. Oh, that's a loaded question. That's a loaded statement. Okay, so I'm going to put them back in and we're going to go to our next stencil. I did a super simple one to start with. And now we are going to move on. So there. And one there, and so for me, since I probably would just leave them in, but that's me. You guys do what works best for you. All right, so this was my first one. Easy, pretty, effective. Here's the sample picture that they give you. And then how you use it is up to you. Do you cut it down? Do you crop it here? Do you, you have options on what you want to actually have on your card. It's always nice to have something that's a little bit bigger rather than a little bit smaller. Smaller, it's hard to make big. Bigger, it's easier to make it smaller. So let me put that over there and this one up here. And then let's take our next one. And this time, I think I will blend some colors. Look at, isn't that pretty? Yay, pretty. All right, so this one, I think, I'm trying to decide which one I want to do first. Maybe I'm going to do this one first. I think I'm going to do this one first. So I've got my 4 individual stencils. I'm going to bring over my white paper, and you can cut your paper down if you want. It doesn't need to be this big. Your stencil's not that big, it's up to you. So if I wanted, I could chop off some of the bottom of it. I think I'm just going to let it be. And I'm going to find my stencil number 1, which is this one. And that does kind of the background. So I'm going to line my paper right up. Does not matter that my positioners are not level. They're not at the same, this one's a little higher, that one's a little lower. As long as my paper lines up okay, that's all that matters, because I'm going to cut it out of here anyway. So it didn't matter to me that my little position, my little fasteners, my little brads are not straight. Now, if you've got a ruler and you want to do them straight, by all means. So down and down. And I think this time I'm also going to use the Just Rust and maybe a pretty blue. So I'm going to start with the Just Rust, which is a Hero Arts cube. The individual cubes are sold exclusively at Scrapbooking Made Simple. We are the first to have them. I think in 2023 they may be available to other retailers, but for now they're exclusive here. Currently you can get their cubes in 4-packs. Well, ideally 4 colors that kind of go together, but 4-packs. If you wanted to get all 4 cubes of a pack, you can certainly do it that way. But the nice thing is once you run out of a certain color, you're able to come back and just get the one color that you need. Sometimes you don't want all 4 colors that are in a pack. So that's why we decided to ask Hero Arts to do them in open stock for us, and they agreed. So I'm gonna take and I'm gonna do my Just Rust. If I put it on here, it's going to not move. And I'm just gonna do just a light color. Just a light color. And down here. And again, I don't care if I go out. Now, because I've got my fasteners with each tine going through each 2 separate holes on each side, nothing moves. There's no slipping and sliding. If you want, you can definitely, if you want to be a little more aggressive in your inking, absolutely you can. Just okay, I think I'm good with that. And then I think I'm going to add my blue. Oh, that was my blue, Stacy. Well, that's why my orange didn't come out as orange as I wanted. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, well, we'll just go back in. Mistakes happen, things happen. We're not gonna fret, we're gonna move on. I'm gonna add a little Just Rust back in with my actual orange. It's like, why is that turning brown? But you know, that would explain it. So orange, and then I'll use my blue. And a little blue going on. And I'm just going to dissolve that into my brownish blue orange. Okay, it's all good. It's white paper. What's the worst thing that can happen? We don't like it. All right, I'm done. Layer number 1 finished. Yay. Pull up my fasteners. Take it off. Ooh, I actually kind of like it. It looks kind of rusticy. And let's go to my layer number 2, which is the full flower. Let's put it down. Line it up. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to tell you, I have no idea why, but on some of their stencils, let's see if I can zoom on in. Zoom, 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 zoom. Down, 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 down. Zoom, 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 zoom. Can you see that the stencil is here, but this ink comes out? I would have thought this would have, it's masked off everywhere else but right there. I have no idea. It's not a defect in the stencil. It's the way they manufactured it. Okay. Whatever works for them. Let's go back. I don't want you to think that you're supposed to line something up with that. You're not. That's the way it is. All right, so what color do we want to do? Do we want to just do a super soft? How about we do yellow? How about we start with a yellow? Yellow is always a good color to start with when you don't know what color to start with, because it'll go with everything. See, put it there. That way it doesn't move. And I'm just going to ink this up super fast. Once you get going, man, you go, go, go. And I'm not trying to have all my color the same all the way around. That's not what real life flowers look like. Okay, that's good. I think I'm going to be done there. That's all level or layer 2 has on it. I moved to my layer 3. Let's see, is this layer 3? Why, yes, yes it is. Look at how easy peasy is this. Down, look at how, let's see, line it up. That looks really good. Open up my tongs, my tines, my fastener, my brad. And what color do we want to do? How about more of an orange? An orange. And I'm going to put some orange kind of on my mat. Let me back it up just a little bit. I put some orange on my mat. That way I want to see if it's gonna come off. And let's go in there. So I'm always going to start with my lightest color first because I've got to build my darker colors on top. If I started with a dark orange as my first color instead of that yellow, when I put the lighter yellow over the top, the color would absorb right into that orange and you would never see the definition. You always want to start on these stencils with your lightest color first. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. And then my last stencil. Oh yeah, that's coming out great. My last stencil here. And maybe we do a red. Pop that up just a little bit. Maybe we do a red. So I've got my Sizzix stencil number 4. And my paper is tucked up against my fasteners. I've put my fasteners through individual holes for each tine. That way, taking up more space and keeping it more secure. Does that look good? I think I'm going to move just a little bit up. Nope, I think that's it. All right, down we go. And maybe I use a little bit of a red. My yellow, my orange, and let's use a little bit of a red. How about pale tomato? Let's put a little pale tomato. There, just so I can see when I wipe it up if it's gonna stain it or not. And it's kind of nice because when I tap in, nothing moves. On my craft mat, it's slippy, slidey, all over the place. But my craft has its own purpose. Never thought I'd be in love with a silicone mat, but then I never thought I'd be putting holes into a silicone mat either. And we do have to give it up for Team Sizzix. And ta-da, ta-da, it's Taylor and oh so clever Karina, because they had to convince them to repackage them out of the box so I could ship them. Yay for your persuasiveness. I'm sure their warehouse said, I'm sorry, what? They probably looked at ta-da, it's Taylor and oh so clever Karina, the way they looked at me when I put holes in their mat, like, what are you doing? What? Okay. Yay! Look at how beautiful that is. And then we cut away all the noise. Cut away all the noise. And it depends upon whether you want to have a border around it or are you going to chop it down, down, down. So I don't do a lot of 6x6 here. I would probably really just kind of chop this down to get what I want. Okay. That looks good. All right, I want to do that one again. One more time. Only we're going to do it a little different. Put my tines there. Let's start with number 1. So number 1 was here. And line my paper up. Start with number 1 again, and let's just do this one more time because I want to change it up. And for good measure, let's just keep to kind of the same colors. This time I will use my orange with my orange. It's going to take in some of my blue, but I'll try not to do too much of my blue because I didn't wipe this down. Trying to just go in and get it done. Let the stencil work for you. Boy, has layering stencils come a long way. All right, I think I'm good. Then I'm going to come in, change my blending brush, and let's come in. Maybe I'll use Tide Pool. I think that's more green. Maybe I use a green. Gosh, I love when those colors just kind of blend into each other. They really make my heart happy. And I just want to get it as dark as I want it and then slowly blend it into that orange. So it has a very soft gradation down. I don't want a hard stop. I want it to look like it just flowed into each other. Okay, I think that's good. There's not much to this stencil on the first one. Okay, we're good. Looks pretty okay to me. I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that. Just the area here done. And let's go to my second layer, which is this one. Now I did this last time in yellow. This time, I'm going to pass this one up. I'm not going to do it at all. That means I'm going to go to my layer 3, which was my orange. And let's put it in. So I'm skipping a stencil. Why? Well, you have to wait and see. Down. Down, and I did this one in an orange. So let's bring my orange soda back over. I'm on the silicone. It's not moving. And I'm just gonna go super soft. Just soft, 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 soft. Soft, soft, soft. Okay, super soft. Done. Done. Pull up. See where I am? Let's zoom in. Can you see where I am? Let's put our next stencil down, which is stencil number 4. 4. Make sure that it's facing the right way. Kind of nice they put the name on it with the number. Put it on. Come on. There we go. Now again, this doesn't cover everything. And the first time I did it, I was like, why doesn't it cover everything? I don't understand. Because with my stencils, if it's not stenciling, it's masking. But with their stencils, they're a little different. Can you see that there's areas that are visible, that are in a lighter orange? I'm not 100% sure why, but it's not for me to question why. It's for me to just play with and make something pretty. Okay, so what do we want to do? Do we want to do... maybe we do just rust and we do a darker orange. Do you think that'll be okay, or you think that'll... All we can do is try. I did red the first time. It's only white paper. If you don't like it, you flip over the side of your paper to the back side and you do it again. Paper does have 2 sides. And I think, can you see how it's not slipping and sliding? Nothing is. I don't have sticky grid down. There's nothing holding my paper except for the silicone mat. That's the only thing that's holding my paper, is the silicone mat. For you to see, I'd have to back it up. Okay, so I think I've got my color down, and I might come in here and just add a tinge of the green, just a hint. I might make mud. Mud is a color. Somebody told me that. I might make mud, and it was in the live chat. They said, hey, mud's a color. I think mud might be a Tim Holtz color. Again, not trying to offend anybody. All right, let's see what we got. I don't know, it could be Hot Mess Central. Sometimes I take it one step too far. So remember, we did layer 1. Back it up just a little bit. We did layer 1, which was right. And then we skipped layer 2. And then we did layer 3 and now layer 4. And let's pull it up and let's see what we got. Okay. So you've almost got a complete flower, but it's a little hard to see some of the defining lines, right? I mean, you can't really see where the petals start and where the petals stop. I like my colors. I'm happy with my colors. Let's put it back. Now I lifted it up, so I'm going to have to reline it up. I'm going to bring back stencil number 1. And I am going to have to reline it, but that's okay. It's going to be pretty darn obvious. Let's get my stencil in place. Let's move my paper. I think that's it. So now I'm lined back up. And this time, I think I'm just going to take that Tide Pool again. I want to keep all of this area white, but I want to define my edges of my stencil. So I want to keep all of this negative space white, which is why I didn't start with stencil number 2, because the minute I put that down, well, it colors the whole inside yellow. I wanted to keep it white, but I still need to define some of those lines. I'm hoping that this is the right choice, but like I said, it's only paper, and think long, think wrong, let it be, go for it. And I'm just gonna so lightly add just a little touch of color, just coming from the outside in. Just a little color. I mean, like a whisper of a color. Like a whisper. Not heavy-handed. I'm probably taking off way more ink than I'm putting on. But I just want a whisper of color. And now I've redefined those lines, but I still have my negative space. Just a soft little whisper of color. Now let's get rid of all the noise. Let me close this up. Let me put this on. And now let's get rid of all the noise. And again, it's up to you what size you want it to be. You'll see in the samples, we've done everything from note size cards to 5x7s using these stencils. You don't have to keep it that big. a bad cut there. Gosh, I hate to cut it down. You could cut it down. I'll show you in the samples. I don't want to cut it down yet. But do you want with a color in the center, all yellow? Or do you like it with that soft little negative space? And I did that just by changing the stencil order and doing that last. Up to you. Same flower, totally different looks. So, easy peasy. A little bit of color blending in here going on. And this time making it super light and super fresh and super easy. All right, let's move on. So I'm going to go to the next stencil, which is going to be this one. Let's see what we can do with this one. Look at how pretty is that. Now, all the sentiments you see on all these stencils, we have all of them. All the pretty stamps that you see on the packaging, we have them. They're from Sizzix too. They're amazing. These might be some of the best stamps I've ever seen come out of Ellison. And I don't know if these are by, oh no, not all of them. You've got a couple different designers going on here. But this is Pete, is it Pete Hughes? You got Pete Hughes, most of them are by him. Oh, the Christmas ones are by somebody else. But I think they might be some of the best stamps that have come out from Sizzix for sentiments in a long time. The sentiments are great. The sizing is amazing. The different fonts that they mix and mingle in the same stamp is wonderful. And I mean, yeah, we'll have them on sale. I think there's 12 different sets, but we have a Christmas bundle and a non-Christmas bundle. So the Laughter and Love for Love and Laughter Forever After. I mean, that's a sentiment that's on one of those sets. I love this stencil. It's beautiful. So let's take it out. And again, I've got stencil 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to do it traditionally and just do it. And then I'm going to add a little something to it. So let's get it done. I can see that it says Sizzix stencil number 1 and it gives you the item number right there. That way, you know, it's nice having the SKU number on it. That way, if they get mixed in, you know, if you have a bunch of them going and you're like, uh-oh, what background goes with what? But you know what also is nice is that you can utilize these backgrounds with other things. The stencil alone can be used with a jillion other images. You could keep this super light and then put one of the large flowers on top of it. You can totally mix and match these, or you can just do this one and then put a sentiment down. Like that. Okay, so I'm gonna line up my paper. I'm leaving some room to put my ink so they don't, oh, and I haven't tried cleaning that yet. Let's try that real quick. So I put some ink over here. It's been sitting for a while. Oh yeah, that red is stained. So I think you're gonna have to just try. Let's see if I can zoom you in. Can you see? That red, which was, I think, pale tomato, stained. Is it the end of the world? No, it's a craft mat. It's supposed to do that. You know, it's supposed to look like you were using it. That's what, you know, it wants to look happy. I always say, you know, unstained stencils are unloved stencils. Same with a craft mat. All right, so let's put this on. And let's do this one super fast. And then we'll change it up. So my paper is, I've got it butted all the way up to my It's butted all the way up to my fasteners. Put my fasteners down. And I think I'll start with some blue. And I always want to start a little light. You can always add more color, but it's super hard to take color away. That's what the back side of the paper is for. If you go too dark or if you use the wrong combination of colors, if you start super dark and then try to add a lighter color on top, it's not going to happen. And then maybe I'll bring in a little bit of purple. Ooh. Oh yeah, I like that. Oop, that was right on it. All right, well, we're gonna go for it. And then maybe I bring back just a little bit of my blue. Up to you. Just to kind of cement them together. And again, these are Hero Arts cubes. I'm releasing my my next 4 in September. So we started with 24, and this year I've released 8. I have 4 new ones coming in September. All right, I think that looks good. Background done. Purple, blue. And let's move to number 2. Pop it up. And stencil number 2. And put it down. So if you love, love, love the stencils and budget is an issue, then you're going to tape these down to your paper. You're going to tape the stencils to your paper. You're not going to worry about your craft mat. You're just going to go. If you are on a crafty budget, but you like the idea of having a really nice, beautifully made silicone mat that you can then, self-healing, that you can then use with the stencils, then you've got this. And if you really want the tool that it was made to go with these stencils, then you've got, let's see, you've got scrapbook.com. I am sure they would be thrilled for you to shop with them. And since they're the only ones that have it, I wish I could send you to a few more places, but right now they're it. But I don't want you to think that that this is the only way to get it done. That would not be okay. You need to know what's out there. That's the right thing to do. Tell you everything that's out there and every way you can get it done so that you optimize your crafty budget and make it work for you. So when they have a run on those, tell them Stacy at Scrapbooking Made Simple sent you. They're like, I wonder why sales spiked on these. Okay, I've got a super light pink down because I don't want to go too heavy. If I go too heavy, any color I add over the top of it is going to get washed away. You're just gonna, if I started with a dark raspberry down there and then tried to put my little pretty, what is this, candy or cotton candy over the top, you would never see it because that raspberry color would absorb my soft little sweet cotton candy. So there's 2. And then let's move into 3. Gosh, that lines up so good. And I felt so proud of myself coming up with the idea with the fasteners or the brads. I'm like, there's got to be another way. There's just gotta. And my dad is, you know, he was the king of ingenuity. We did not have a lot of money growing up. We did not. Well, we didn't have a lot of money, period. But my gosh, he would figure out a way to get something done. All right, so a little darker in my pink. But I don't want to be too dark. So you have options. It's how you want to get these stencils to stay in one place. Washi tape will do. The silicone mat will do. Oh wow, that looks pretty. And then my last one here. Okay, so let's go. Put it in. And put it in. And now let's go super dark. I might even go in purple. What do you think? Am I going to ruin it by doing the purple? I don't know. Maybe some orange. Let's change it up. Let's try some orange. What's the worst that can happen? Well, like I said, you use the back side of the paper. So I'm leaving that little strand right there. Let me see if I can zoom in. There's a little strand right there. I'm going to leave that because I think that's supposed to be green. Okay, and then let's grab some green because I think that's what that's supposed to be. I like having my palette off to the side. When I zoom back, you'll see my palette. Well, you'll see it when I take my paper off. Okay, I think I'm good. Wow. See, there's my palette that I've been tapping my paper, my brushes off. What do you think? So pretty. And I can keep a border as much as I want or as little as I want. Up to me. Up to me. Now, if that's too stark white for you, or maybe this one's too stark white for you, You've got the white going on here and the white going on there. Maybe you want to do a little color in the back just to kind of change it up. You know, I'm gonna do this one again, but let me just do a little color on the back of this one, just so you can see that it doesn't have to be as stark white. What do we want to do? Do we want to do a little orange, or do you think that'll be too much, or a little blue? So I don't have any paper down, so this time I'm going to tap it right into, I'm going to tap off. It's probably going to stain, but I just want to get rid of just a little bit of that white, just so it's not as white as it was. Look at how soft I'm putting that blue to just diffuse that bright, bright white. You might like the bright, bright white. And because I'm going so soft over it, I'm not changing the colors of what I've already put down. I just want to get rid of a little of that bright, harsh white. And just like that, instead of being a super bright white, I've toned it down just a little bit. Super bright white background, toned. All right, let's do my pretty little poppies again. So another sheet of paper, and this time we're going to change it up a bit. So I'm going to start with the same layers I had. And I'm going to keep to my colors because I didn't clean my stencils. I'm just going to go for it. Come on, close up. There we go. Zoop. Zoop. And I've got my blue out already. Yeah, we'll just keep with the blue. And zoop, 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 zoop. This is me going super fast. We haven't fast forwarded anything. I'm just going really fast. Okay, good enough. Let's go to purple. I can always come back and add more blue if I need to. Let's add some purple. So pretty. Go back a little bit of blue. I always like to go back. It's not on the silicone, it's on my paper, so it's slipping everywhere. It's not on my paper or on the silicone. So it's slipping and sliding. I always like to go back and add my top color or my base color just to kind of cement it all in together. All right, good, done. Layer number 2, which I did in my super light pink. Close these up, put it in. Close these up, put it in. It lines right up. Look at that. That's a happy day when it just lines. Look at, see, nice, woohoo. So this one I might change a little bit. This one I might just do in a little bit of orange because my light pink is pretty light pink, so it won't make they shouldn't blend too much into each other. Let's try a little light orange on this one. Done. I mean, that's pretty light orange, right? And then let's go layer number 3. Pop this up. Light orange. Layer number 3, I went with a darker pink. We'll do the same thing. We'll do a darker pink. So this time I'm going to use the raspberry, but I'm going to keep it light. I'm going to lighten it up and tone it down. That looks good. Okay, that looks good. Done. Pull it up. Oh yeah, that's coming out great. Can you see that? This is where I wish I had a camera person to help me. But, well, it is what it is. And then my last color. And I think I'm going to come in with that same raspberry, but I'm going to go dark, 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 dark. So I'm going to use the same raspberry jam that I used just a second ago. Only this time, instead of keeping it light, I'm going to go dark, 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 dark. Saturated, saturated, saturated. Lots of saturation. That's how you tone your colors, by how much you use, how dark you put it on, how heavy you put it on. You can have a color that is as light as pink as you need, or as dark and regal as you want, all based off of how heavy-handed you are. One color ink pad really can go quite a long ways. Is it nice to have a color for everything? Yes, but if I can take this and get a light pink and a dark out of it, well, hello. Okay, and then green, green, green. Okay, so pretty much wash, rinse, and repeat. This is where we're going to change it up. So this is where I am. So that light pink and that dark pink were the same color. So this is where I'm at. But now, let's change it up. What if we take our number 1 stencil and come back over the top? So let's put our number 1 stencil back down. And I move my paper, so I'm going to have to line it up. Let's put my, oh, that looks good. My gosh, is that simple. Holy smokes, artichokes. Put my fasteners down. Everything stays in place. This time, though, I'm going to take Versamark. Hello, Versamark. What am I? I am a wonderful embossing tool. I allow you to ink something up and then throw embossing powder down on it and then heat set it, and it makes magic. So it comes out clear. It's hard to see that you've got it, but you'll be able to get a sheen that shows you, oh yeah, that looks wet. I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it straight down over the top. Straight down over the top. It's water soluble, which means that I can now take my stencil and a baby wipe and get all that extra Versamark off. Now, why did I wait to do this last? I wanted to have all my color done first and do my embossing at the end. I could have embossed I can go back and emboss any element of my image. But let's go. And can you see that there's a sheen to it? That tells you it's wet. And Versamark stays wet long enough for you to put an embossing powder. I'm going to use Crystal. So I have two embossing powders here. One's called Crystal and one's called Kaleidoscope. They look like nothing in the jar. I mean, really, you get nothing from them. They're giving you no goodness. They're not winking at you. They're not saying, ooh, use me, use me. But when you do, holy smokes, artichokes. So I'm going to start with the Crystal, which is a little more subtle than the Kaleidoscope. And I'm just going to put my Crystal right on here. And where that Versamark is, my Crystal's going to stay. Now, embossing powder is a ground up plastic. So right now, it's in a powder form and you don't glue it down. That Versamark is a medium that's going to let you allow to add heat. And it's going to melt this plastic into a solid. Look at how much I have left. I'm going to pour that right back into my bottle. Now this is where the silicone pad comes in. You gotta wipe it up. I can still feel it on my silicone pad. You just wipe it up and get it off. All right, so I think I'm good. And you can see that it's kind of got this mask to it. The colors have kind of dulled down. They're not as bright as they used to be. Looks like I might have missed that spot. Better. So if I don't heat this right now and I take my finger, it's going to wipe away. It just wipes off because that Versamark is not a glue. And I don't want that color to stay that kind of milky tone. I want it to brighten up. And this is a transparent embossing powder. So it's going to keep some sparkle and some shimmer, but it doesn't have an actual color to it. I'll see my blue kind of stained. Well, it means it's a happy and loved craft mat. I'm going to grab my heat tool. Now you can't use a blow dryer to do this. And you don't want to use a heat tool on your hair. You really don't. And I'm going to take and turn it on. This is a Sizzix heat tool. We'll put it on sale. It has, mine's obviously loved. I mean, look at all the ink all over it. That's a little bit of happiness. There's 2 speeds. You pick the speed that's going to work for you. This tool lets me get super close without burning, and that's important to me. So we used to use the heated tool, which takes a really long time, but it allowed me to get so close without burning. So does the Sizzix tool does as well. And I'm going to start in one place. And as I see it turn, I'm going to move along. So oh yeah, you can see this has been heat set. Ooh, I think I need to do that a little up there more. And this has not. So now that powder has melted. But what happens if I accidentally do that? Oh no, I wiped it all off. What do I do? Well, now you put your stencil right back over the top of it, and you add more Versamark. There's no wrong here. In fact, I don't even know if I'll put it down in the... So I accidentally wiped off all my embossing powder. Okay. I put more on. Add more of my embossing powder and fixed. If you miss a spot, fix it. Don't throw it away. Look at it's adhering just like it did before. It's got that little milky haze to it. That's the crystal sticking to the Versamark. Come on. I just want it to get in that one little corner. Oh my goodness gracious. There we go. We'll just make it happen. Tap it all to the center. And then put it away. Here's my jar. And it all goes back. Then I just kind of do a tap and I'm good to start heating again. I've got that milky, translucent color to it. And I just bring my heat tool back and let's just start heating again. And anywhere that Versamark has hit is where the embossing powder will turn. Can you see it turning? As I heat, the milkiness is going away. And my color is brightening up. All right, I'm just about done. Now you've got a little bit of sparkle and a little bit of shine. Could I add more? Sure, I could go back and put another coat on top. Absolutely. It's entirely up to me what I want to do. I can cut this out now. I could get rid of some of the white. I could put my stamped image here. It's up to me. But look at how, well, let me cut it out. Look at how pretty it is. Okay. Look at how beautiful that is. So here, just straight embossing or straight stenciling. Here, a little bit more to it. Could have done the flowers. It's up to you. You've got the stencil. The stencil is what allows you to ink up without getting it all over everything else. And look at how pretty that crystal is. It's glittery without being too much, because when you look at it straight on, you're seeing the color because it's a transparent embossing powder. But when you start to move it is when that sparkle and that shine comes about. And maybe you just want it on some of it. Maybe you just want a little pop of something. Could I get rid of some of this white if I wanted to? Yes, absolutely, I could get rid of some of this white. And if I wanted to change it to a super light blue, I could. Do I dare? I don't know, it's only paper. So let's see, blue. And really light. Just to get rid of some of the white. Just enough to get rid of some of the white and tone it down just a little bit. Bright white, a little softer. You choose. Embossing with glitter? No. Right? Options, 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 options. Okay, let's move on. So I'm going to take the next stencil, see, and I can feel the embossing powder on here, but I'm gonna be okay with that. My A-type personality is not gonna, see, I can feel it. But it holds the stencils fabulously, so you know you gotta take it for what it is. All right, so the next one I'm gonna do, and I think I'm gonna do this one. Ooh, right? Okay, so let's open it up and let's get it done. Four stencils, just like before. Bring over my paper. Start with stencil number 1. Which is usually the background stencil. That is typically your stencil, and I can see that it says Sizzix on it. Let's see if I can get, there we go, Sizzix. It's got the SKU number and number 1. So if you start getting all your stencils mixed up together, all you have to do is put a little ink over that, read the SKU, and then get them back together. So you know that this is 665262. You'll find all the ones that say 665262. You should have 4 of them. And when you do, you've got them all back together again. Paper, paper, stencil, stencil. And let's see, let's try and do what they did. Let's do something similar to them maybe. So let's take our yellow and our butter and our lemon, and we're going to mix our yellows a little bit. Ooh, lots of little ridges in this. I'm going to go in the direction of the little stencil points. These do not, these have a little bit of pieces that are not connected to anything that could flip up, so I'm going to go in the direction of them. Everything else is easy peasy, but on those I want to make sure that I kind of go in the direction of them. I'm just going to put a little yellow everywhere. And that way I'm sure when I'm done, I have no white background. And let's try the lemon yellow and throw some of that in there too, just for good's sake. Oh, look at that yellow. Oh, can you see that? I don't know. Hold on, wait. No, that's the wrong direction, Stacy. Look at that yellow. Holy smokes, artichokes. I forget about lemon yellow. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry I forgot about you, lemon yellow. I think butter, which is the name of the other one. Wow. So a little bit of lemon yellow everywhere. And I think that's good. And then maybe we'll take a little bit of our Tide Pool, which is a green. And let's grab some of the Tide Pool. And remember, on my silicone, it doesn't move. On my paper, oop, wrong direction. On my paper, moves all over the place. On my silicone, doesn't move. I guess for the price, you could even buy this and just cut this up so that you have those little places to put your inks and stuff so they don't move. Gosh, somebody just came out with them. A couple people came out with them. I can't remember who. Isn't that terrible? But I know that they're out there on the market. So if you don't want to cut up your craft mat, you don't have to. Somebody's got them out there for sale. Okay, that's good. And then I think I'm going to go with my darker blue. Okay, I think I'm good. Works for me. Background done. Stencil number 2. It's a pretty background. Stencil number 2. It says number 2. Good. Here, good. There, good. Lines up beautifully. That's a happy day. Tines down. Tines down. Let's go ahead and grab a purple. And let's go super, super light, because that's what they did. So I'm just going to go in here with hardly any ink at all. Do you see how light that is? It's a whisper. It's a hint of color. Okay, I didn't even go back and tap in. I'm done. That's stencil number 2. Let's go stencil number 3. Okay, stencil number 3. Right on top. Nope, I moved my paper. No big deal. Line it up. Oh yeah, right there. Hello. Down. Down. And let's go in maybe with a deeper purple. Deeper purple. Deeper purple, blue. Deeper purple, blue. Let's go with a little deeper purple. We'll use the same color. We'll just, no. I know, decisions, right? I don't want it too dark, because I still have one more color. Little deeper purple. Good. And then last but not least, layer number 4. Ooh, right? That's looking good, right? Layer number 4. And maybe I do layer number 4 in blues. That looks good. I'm gonna go for it. Layer number 4. Let's pull the blues. And I'm going right over some of the other colors. Theirs aren't exactly like mine. Mine mask off color. They have you going right over the top of other, put it on the silicone, of other colors. So you always need to start with your lightest color. And I want to get it good and dark because I want there to be a dramatic difference in the intensity of my colors. So I'm being really heavy-handed. You can hear it. Before I was light as a feather, and now I'm really getting in there and trying to get this color down. Okay. So we all see it at the same time. Right? That's beautiful. And I know it's late, but I know I've got to do it one more time because you've got to see the difference between the two. So let's run through it one more time. I know you're like, really? I'm like, yeah, because you have to see the difference. You won't see the difference if I don't do it. So I'm just going to do it because this is a class and not a demo. I've got my Sizzix layer 1. Down, down, blues, or yellow. Let's do some yellows, and I like that lemon yellow, so we'll do a little yellow. See, that wants to pull. Oh, that wants to pull. These little guys want to pull up, so I'm going to go in the direction that they're going. Okay, yellow, yellow, yellow. Fast, fast, fast. Think long, think wrong. Good, right? Fast. Don't want to take too long. Yellow. Blue, blue, blue. Blue, blue, blue. Blue, blue, blue. Okay, blue looks good, right? Done. Green, green, green. Tide pool. Put it on the silicone. It doesn't go everywhere. Green, green, green. Go in the direction, in the direction. Green, green, green. And then just for argument's sake. Oh, yeah, that yellow. Come back with that yellow. Okay, background done. It's probably the quickest background I've ever made in my life. And then, oh yeah, that was fast. It looks good, but it was fast. Layer number 1. I did in the purples. I'm going to keep in the purples so I have an apples to apples comparison for you. Okay, apples to apples comparison. I moved my paper, so I want to line it back up. That looks great. Tines down. Fasteners open. Rocket's ready. Oh, I moved it. You see I moved it? Good enough. Light, 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 light. Light, 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 light. Done. Gosh, I wonder if this is what speed dating feels like. Oh! Good thing I don't know. I've been married a really long time. In California standards, I've been married forever. I think for 27 years. Here in California, that's like winning an award. Okay, purple. Purple, where'd you go, purple? Hello, purple. Let's go back and do a little deeper purple. Deeper, deeper, deeper. There we go. That looks good. Done. Last but not least is my blue. And this is about as long as it'll take you to do it. If you don't think and you just go. There's something to be said for that. Down, down, and blue. Dark, dark, dark. Dark, dark, dark. I got to cover up that light purple. I got to cover up some of that medium purple. It'll still show through, which is what you want because that's what gives it shadow. I want dark, dark, dark. So I have contrast. Lightest colors first. Darkest colors second. Ooh. Okay, so I think we've got apples to apples, or as close as apples to apples as I'm gonna get. Okay, thank you for letting me do that. I needed to do that. Now, we're gonna come back with our very first stencil. Well, our second stencil, actually, I think is what we're, oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Okay, we're gonna come back with stencil number 2, which is the big butterfly. I'm gonna layer it over the top. This time I'm going to use the kaleidoscope embossing powder. People always ask, what's the difference? Well, I'm going to show you. The difference between kaleidoscope and crystal is a lot. It's a huge difference. Okay, Versamark. Hello, Versamark. Versamark, Versamark, Versamark. Versamark, Versamark, Versamark. Nice thing about it is you're doing this on a stencil, so if you miss a spot, no big deal. You'll just come back, lay your stencil down, and do it again. Okay, done. Lift up my stencil. I always want to do my embossing or my glittering at the end and then lay back down the layer that I want it done to. This time I'm going to do the whole butterfly. Whole butterfly. Let's see. It looks like it's wet. Just the butterfly has a slight sheen to it. Not sure if I can get a good image. But it's there. This time I'm going to take the kaleidoscope. Again, it doesn't look like anything from the bottom. It's not very wahoo kachoo. Neither of them are. Ooh, that'd be bad if I didn't. Oh, put the lid on. Neither of them are like wahoo kachoo from the bottom, but what they look like when you put it on is amazing. And kaleidoscope is totally different than crystal. I know, I'm a dumper, but I put it all back in my all right, so I'm going to put it all back in my jar. Tap off, and that way anywhere that doesn't have Versamark, the embossing powder is not going to stick to it. I only want it to stick where I've got embossing powder or Versamark. And you can see now my butterfly is kind of milky, kind of shaded. See how bright it is here? Look at how bright it is there. But with embossing powder over the top, kind of looks like you're looking through it. And you can kind of see the kaleidoscope, but no, you think you know what it does, but you don't know what it does, because when I looked at it, it's like, oh, it's gonna put pretty little, it almost looked like pretty little purple, bluish purple glitter is what it's gonna look like. Oh yeah, I was so wrong. Hello, I'm Stacy. I was wrong. Let me grab my heat tool and we're gonna melt that embossing powder. And as it's melting, you see it twinkling at you, and you see the color of your ink come back to life. I think I missed my center. So I missed part of my center. I didn't get enough. Can you see? I see it here, my embossing powder, but not there. Oh my gosh, what did I do? I don't know. I didn't get enough Versamark on there. Thought I did. I'm just gonna put my mask right back down and take my Versamark, because you can. There's no wrong. There's no oopsies, you just fix. Get that lined up. And I'm gonna put some more Versamark. Okay. Let's put some more kaleidoscope. Was it perfect? No, so I'm gonna go back. Make sure I don't tap off all my powder. I wonder if that's what I did. Maybe when I tapped it, I tapped too much. Put it back in my jar. And this time I won't tap too hard. Maybe when I hit it, it all went off. Let's see. Oh, well, that looks pretty. Okay. So kaleidoscope gives you a total iridescent look. Okay, so here it is regular. Here it is kaleidoscoped. It's an iridescence. It's a holographic almost looking type image. Look at how beautiful that is on those dark, dark colors. The butterfly looks like a butterfly would with that iridescence coming through. Here he is regular. And here's my poppies, but here's my poppies with my crystal. Crystal looks totally different than that iridescence coming through. And it's really highlighted on my dark, dark colors. It just pops on those colors. That's different than this. This is still pretty, but this is different. Which do you like better? Let's cut it out. You have options. See, I told you, you had to see it. You have to see the difference between the two. There's one, and let's cut him out too, just so you have apples to apples to apples. Could you imagine using that on a peacock or on snowflakes? Oh my gosh. So we have the one without any crystal on it, and here we've done the background in the embossing. Here we have no kaleidoscope on it, and here we have the kaleidoscope iridescence coming through, where when you move it, it's the embossing powder that's reflecting off the light differently, giving you different colors as you move it. So pretty. And then you have all the stamps to coordinate with. I mean, every sample we made, it's the stamps are just the right scale. They're just the right size, and they're easy to use. What do I want? Write your own story, maybe? They're clear polymer. Stamps are so easy. They are very much like a stencil where you get many, many, many uses out of them. If you take care of them, they'll live in the moment. They'll last you your life. Thick, beautiful. These are called blocks. And one set of blocks, this is a beautiful set for $12.50. You're not going to find that kind of price anywhere for this set of blocks. You get all these sizes. The stamp clings right to it. No glue or anything. You can peel it up, peel it off, peel it up, peel it off. And then you stamp right onto your image. Well, you can do a matte if you want. Let's see if I can get, let's see. So I haven't used these before. They're brand new, so we'll see if I get a really great first image. Sometimes that can be a little tricky because I haven't cleaned them. I don't think so. Oh, that wasn't bad. I should have done, I should have gone with it. Nobody's ever gonna see the back side of my paper once I tape it down to something. So if you're not sure, flip it over and try. ABC, 1, 2, 3, and up. Oh yeah, that looks good. Live in the moment. And now I can cut this down, get it to the size that I want. Absolutely. What else do we have on that set? Oh, I love happiness. These sets are beautiful, really. I have to give it, this is a Pete, is it, I want to say it's Pete Hughes. I feel really bad if I'm saying his name wrong. And if I am, please forgive me. Let's get a bigger block. Perfect. Bring it over. I'm going to stamp it right across there. Again, I haven't stamped with this, so usually you would stamp off, and what stamp off means is that you ink it up and then you kind of stamp once, you kind of stamp twice. You're trying to get whatever residue is on your stamp off because it happens in manufacturing. You can take an eraser to it. You can wash them with some dishwashing detergent. Whatever works. I'm gonna just go for it. I just feel like it's not, I feel like I don't have it. But you know what? Think long, think wrong. It's handmade. Oh, I'm tight at that top. Oh well, too late. 1, 2, 3, ABC. Oh, I'm good with that. But boy, am I tight at that top. I made it by the hair of my chinny chin chin. And then I might just cut that off and mat it down to the size I need it to be. Doesn't have to stay huge. I can cut off more. You're like, stop cutting it. No, I could cut off even more. And it still looks good. In fact, it might even look a little better. I kind of like it with it on, not the whole flower. I could cut off more. You're like, stop cutting it. No. How about here? What do we have? Thank you so very much. What else is on here? I love these. The fonts are beautiful. Gosh, do I have room for Be a Rainbow in somebody else's cloud? Let's try. And this one will fit here really nicely. And the sentiments are all on sale. The stamps, I think they retail for $11.99, but oh no, we've got a bundle that's, oh my gosh. So let's ink it up. I'm going to turn it over and see if I'm happy. Not bad. Do I want it here or do I want it here? Oh, I think I want it here. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. And I'm stamping straight onto the image. I'm not matting. I'm just going straight to it. Oh, love it. And then let's start chopping it up. Are you ready? I'm going to cut that much off. Do it, 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 do it. Poof! A2 size. Look at that. You want bigger? Go bigger. You want smaller? Go smaller. You want even smaller than that? We can go smaller than that. You have options. Oh my gosh. Okay, I just want to stamp all of these now, but I need to show you samples and what's on sale. But I could do one more, right? Be the reason someone smiles. That's a good stamp set. Love these stamp sets. In fact, the girls like them so much they want to keep them in the collection here at SMS for when they make samples. So I hope Ellison isn't getting rid of these anytime soon. How about right there? All right, let's ink it up. And turn it over and see what I get. 1, 2, 3, ABC. Not bad. And I'm stamping on a gush mat. We used to sell them. We're sold out. We can't get any more. But it's a nice little stamp pad. You need something thicker than a mouse pad. You need a nice piece of foam that's got a good density. It can't be too mushy and it can't be too difficult to push into, but a gush pad lets you just get a nice impression. It lets your stamp sink into your paper. I think I'm gonna go right there. 1, 2, 3, ABC, and up. You're not gonna do chest compressions. If you're stamping, you're not doing this. The stamp's already gone. You can't bring it back. You just want to get down there and get a nice impression. 1, 2, 3, ABC, and back up. And I'm using an India ink, a nice sharp black ink from Hero Arts. It's a great ink. Doesn't move with water, so you can use it with your alcohol markers. You can use it with watercoloring. And then do it, do it, do it, do it. Really? Yes. I'm going to take a little off of this side. And bam. We've got a nice A2 size. Wahoo kachoo. So it's up to you. Go big. Oh, go big. What did I, or start to chop them on down. Options aplenty. And then let's, oh, look at all these little pieces. Before I show you everything, let's take out my tines, my fasteners. So I've been doing it all for the last 2+ hours. I have no idea what time we're into this, but we're here 2+ hours. Come on, out we come. There we go. No gaping holes. Perfectly flat, nothing poking up, nothing sitting up. And if I need to go back, I put them right back in. That's the bonus of having that silicone mat. Will you have to wipe it down because of all the embossing powder? Yeah, will it take a little bit more to get the embossing powder off of it than perhaps if it was on my craft mat? Yeah, but can you put brads through my craft mat and do this? No, you can't. You need something that's self-healing so it will cling to the brad, the tines, and then when you pull them out, like it never even happened. So that's why we, when they first brought this out, I was like, yep, nope, no can do. But then when I saw this and they said scrapbook.com exclusive, but they don't want the stencils, and I'm like, what do you mean they don't want the stencils? I said, I want the stencils. Can I have the stencils? Boy, it took them a long time to tell me if I could have the stencils or not. Then I had to figure out a way to make it work so that those holes in the stencils are a benefit to you. And I think, and look at, nothing moves. The paper doesn't move, the stencil doesn't move, the ink doesn't move. It all just kind of sits there. Put my paper underneath, my paper done, no sticky grid needed. Wahoo, ka-choo. Look at that, no sticky grid. Yay. And of course, the other one you do need sticky grid, otherwise your paper is just gonna go zoop, zoop. Well, your paper is gonna do this. It's gonna go zoop, zoop, because the other tool has a non-stick surface, and this one has a non-slip on both sides. Zoop, zoop. Okay. Well, we did a lot. We did a lot of repetition. I know, but it's okay. That's how everybody learns. And I want you to see you can absolutely take it down in size. They look beautiful when you take them down. And I like this. I like it on the side. I think it looks very cute on the side. Glittering with embossing powder. Love, love, love the, love the, I mean, the iridescent is beautiful. The kaleidoscope looks great. And when you get it up on that dark color, look at that. I mean, you see that iridescent just come through. Amazing. Love, love, love. So, what's on sale? Well, to begin with, it's the craft mat. And we're gonna include the brads. You are not gonna get it boxed. You'll see it on Sizzix.com boxed. Everybody else is gonna sell it to you boxed. They're also gonna sell it to you for $34 or whatever it is. We're not. We have them take it out, put it in plastic so we can ship it and give you the brad. So if you wanna put just a couple little holes in the top, wahoo ka-choo. So that's the first thing that's on sale, the craft mat. Then we've got, oh, let me grab them. We've got a Christmas bundle for you. I didn't want to mix these in with the regular, the everyday, because maybe Christmas is too late for you and you don't want Christmas right now. But if you do want Christmas right now, and yes, they will expedite it, ship if you have a qualifying order, this bundle retails for $92.95. Wait for it, $59.99. Okay, right? Did you see that? Can I get that any closer? And it comes with 2 Christmas stencil or stamps. Love them. Love the fonts. Love the size. And then it comes with 3 layering stencils. So you've got the plaid, you've got the snowflake, and you've got a dove inside the wreath. So we've got samples of these to show you, but that's one of the bundles. And you can get them open stock. Maybe you just like the plaid. That's okay. You can get the plaid. It'll be on sale. It will be on sale for 20% off. Not the holy smokes artichokes price as this. In fact, I think they retail for $22.99. So I think they're going to be on sale for like $18. So here's 36 right there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the bundle is an amazing value. So 22, 22, 22, and another 24 for these. Not for you though. For you, they're on sale. You decide, open stock or bundle price. But I wanted to keep the Christmas separate, and just in case you say, I'm done with Christmas. I get it. You guys have been making your holiday cards already. Then we have the stamped bundle. And this has all of the stamps with the exception of the Christmas. So you've got 10 different stamps from Sizzix. All of them are different. No two the same. Let's see. Retail price is $119.90. How about $69.99? Right? I told you I told you we'd get them to you for a value price. I promised you. And you've got, they're beautiful. I mean, really, the girls want me to keep these in their, they have a bins of stuff that they can go and use anytime that they're making samples. And they're dying to have these added. So well done to Pete. I think it's Hughes, I'm not sure. But just really lovely, really great. The girls really like them. They're $11.99. They're going to be on sale. So if you just love one or two, absolutely. If your order qualifies, even if you just order open stock, it'll still expedite. But the bundle price, $119.90 down to $69.99. Yeah, I think that's a really great value. And then the last thing on the Sizzix is the stencils. Okay, this is a bit of a moment. I mean, like it's expensive, but we brought it down as low as I could. So there are 10 stencils. The retail value is $229.90. That's the price. I get it. That's a lot. Your price is $149.99. That's the best I can do. And it doesn't include the holiday stencils. Oh, they got these jammed in there. Does not include the holiday stencils. So you've got the rose, and all the sentiments were done with some of the stamps from that I just showed you. I used this one today. The bird, look how watercolory they look. They're beautiful, right? I used this one today. The tropical. The samples are beautiful. Wait for them. The hummingbird. I used this one today. I used this one today. You're going to get all of them, all 10, but not for $229.90. They're $149.99 for all 10. Or if you really just love this one, I believe it's $22.99 and 20% off. So we've got that for you. We'll put the blending brushes on sale for you from Couture Creations. I'll put the blocks on sale for you because you're going to need a good set of blocks. Once you own the blocks, you never replace them. They last forever. And I like that this has a little carrying case, and truly there are manufacturers out there that sell this one block alone for $12.50. You're going to get all of it, and you need them for your stamps, whether they be clear or cling. So that will put on sale. And the inks. I'll go ahead and I'll do the Hero Arts. That's a lot, but that's okay. We'll still be able to expedite it. We've got it all here already in stock, so it's fine. We'll do all the Hero Arts exclusive cubes, which right now there is 32 colors. And in September, we'll add another 4. And then sometime in October, November, or December, we'll add the last 4 for the year. And these are exclusive to Scrapbooking Made Simple. We're the only ones who get to sell the cubes open stock. And I did select the colors for 2022. So we'll be the only place you find them. Oh, and the embossing powder. Yeah, okay, we'll do that too. Absolutely. Can't not do the embossing powder. Oh, that was a lot. All right, let's do samples. Ready? So I already showed you this one. I'm going to zoom on in. Already showed you this one. And this is by Oh So Clever Karina, who actually works at Ellison. Did not know she was making such well, I didn't know she was making samples at all, but wow, girl, wow. Not only are you a whiz in that Excel spreadsheet and a few other programs, but my gosh, you're creative. And then we've got SMS Girl Claire, I think did this one. That just screams Claire. And here's the snowflake. And the Let It Snow is part of the set. Look at how pretty is this. And the rose and Have a Fabulous Birthday is on one of the stamp sets. And the plaid. Now we did the plaid a couple different ways. So here's a Christmas plaid, but wait for it. It's all about the color choice you make. That's going to change the entire look of the card. Be kind to yourself. Look at this. This is beautiful. That's a slimline. This is my advanced zoom. Thank you. Look at the tropical. This would be great if you're making this for your travel agent after a lovely trip to, I don't know, Hawaii or the Caribbean or whatever. That's a great one. Look at how pretty is this. Bloom where you are planted. This is the stencil. That's the layering stencil. The backing is the layering stencil. Hello? I don't know. Are you hello Lionel Richie or hello Adele? Oh, that's what you have to post. Are you, for a chance to be a winner chicken dinner, are you a hello Lionel Richie or are you a hello Adele? Okay, for your chance to be a winner chicken dinner here at Scrapbooking Made Simple on this YouTube, I want you to post which one you are. Now everybody who didn't watch the YouTube, who just posted anything, I'm gonna know now. Look at that, isn't that great? So the thank you, what is it? It's thankful for you. Isn't that beautiful? I have ideas. This is also, I think, Karina. I have ideas. Look at this. Small, A2, perfect size. Note card. Enjoy the little moments. Look at that note card. This is from a big 6x6 stencil. Cut all the way down. I'm told to open it. That's what. Here's our butterfly, and there's your sentiment. Oh, here we've done it in pink. We have a pink Christmas, and that looks dramatically different than that. And even the sizes are different. Look at that. This could have been done for a baby shower in pink, or blues or greens for a boy, or I mean, you can do just about anything with the plaid, depending on what color choice you make. But even the size of the cards, they cut it down. I mean, that looks awesome. Okay, let's see what we got here. Here we've got Let It Snow. And you've got the glitter embossing powder. Oh, this is so pretty. And that's a oh so clever Karina card as well. But I wanted to show you, here's a slimline. Same stencil, 2 totally different sizes. What do you want to do with it? Are you making a nice big card for somebody, or do you need just a little, thank you, a little sentiment, a little tag for a gift bag? What are you doing? You've got options. Here's the plaid again, only in fall colors. Here we've got a beautiful butterfly in the greens. And look at the hummingbird. I didn't even do the hummingbird. And this is cut down. Oh, see, look at that. That looks good. Everything is embossed, but the flowers makes everything pop. And here is our, look at how pretty is that. Here's our Peace on Earth. Here's our dove. Look at, isn't that soft and elegant? That's in the Christmas. Wow. And here we have Just a Note to Say Hello. And the pretty medallion looking one. Mandala, is that what they call it? Pretty. All right, you guys, there was a lot going on. Thanks for bearing with me, and thanks for listening to how it came to be, because I really, really wanted those stencils. But scrapbook.com committed, they really, really wanted that stencil platform. And I had to wait and wait and wait to find out if they also took the stencils. I mean, they contracted for that platform, I don't know, who knows how long ago. Could have been last week, but who knows? But when I found out that they weren't taking the stencils, I'm like, oh, me, hello. Oh, look at it, it's dark. Everybody's gone home. Me. And then when I thought, how am I going to do this? And I just knew there was a way to MacGyver it. I just knew it. And the silicone works perfect because it's self-healing, that silicone mat. So something that I was like, became a but I had to sneak it in there. Because I want to get a good price for you guys, because that makes my heart happy, keeping crafting affordable. So where are you going to find all of this? Well, the stencils are a global release here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. We're going to be the only place you can get them. The silicone mat, you might be able to find at a local retailer, absolutely. The Sizzix stamps, you might be able to find at a local retailer, absolutely. The Stampendous embossing powder, yes, you can find that locally. So shop where you can locally, but the stencils are exclusively here. The Hero Cube inks are exclusively here unless you're buying them in the 4-pack. You know, there's a few things that we do exclusive, just like scrapbook.com and their Sizzix tool. And if there's a big run on them, it's at scrapbook.com. Everybody needs to post a comment, like leave a review. Stacy from Scrapbooking Made Simple sent me. They have no clue who I am. They're like, who's that? But I hear they're super nice people, and that makes my heart happy, because I believe that this industry is made up of kindness, and it makes my heart happy to hear that scrapbook.com follows that lead and embraces that, you know, that something that we crafters have, which is the spirit of giving and kindness. So, all right, you guys, it's me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple. Yeah, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. I'll see you later. Bye.